Well, book two. It is 6:55 at night on February the 24th, 2017. It is a Friday night. I'm making this video early because I want to get books, used books that I bought yesterday down into the lower level library. I want to clear things out, get things in order. So yeah, first of all, I want to mention in my February 2017 diary, I ended today on page 174. I've been writing more since my wife has been gone, and each day that she is gone, I seem to be writing more and more because I think I'm going crazy. But next Friday, Lord willing, if we're still here on this earth, we haven't been attacked by atomic warfare from China and Russia, my wife would be home. Just get into a plane wreck, car wreck. Who knows? Nothing is certain in this life. All that is certain is that we're going to die and face the judgment. Anyway, so that's where I'm at in my diary. Tomorrow is a Saturday. It's February the 25th, 2017. Tomorrow I volunteer again at the Hendrick District Public Library used bookstore, the Book Nook, from 10 in the morning to 1 in the afternoon. It's supposed to snow tomorrow here in West Michigan. Today it poured rain. It was cold, rainy, foggy, just dismal weather. So, but we're getting closer to spring. But around here in West Michigan, it doesn't get warm until the end of May. Spring is very short here, and then before you know it, it's summer, and then it's fall, and then it's another year, 2018. So yeah, that's where I'm at in my diary. What I read today, this morning, I read The Christian's Only Comfort in Life and Death, an exposition of the Heidelberg Catechism, Volume 1. I read a little bit of this morning by Theodorus VanderGroe. He lived from 1705 and he died in 1784. He was from the Netherlands. This has just been recently translated out of Dutch by Bartel Essehout, who is a member of a church in Grand Rapids, the Heritage Reformed Church, which is in the tradition of Dutch Puritanism. And then I got in the mail today. I am completing my Hunter S. Thompson collection, and I got in the mail his memoirs, The Kingdom of Fear, Loathsome Secrets of the Star-Crossed Child in the Final Days of the American Century by Hunter S. Thompson. These are his memoirs. I got out this evening to read, this is the last thing, this came out last year. This is a memoir written by Hunter S. Thompson's son, Juan F. Thompson, Stories I Tell Myself Growing Up with Hunter S. Thompson. I was reading this because I wanted to read about his final days, Hunter S. Thompson, before he commits suicide. And I got out today to read The Culture of Narcissism, American Life in the Age of Diminishing Expectations by Christopher Lasch. This book came to my mind, it's been on my mind as I watched the news lately, and I've been reading Hunter, The Strange and Savage Life of Hunter S. Thompson. This is a biography by E. Jean Carroll. And I've been reading Hunter S. Thompson's first volume of letters, The Proud Highway, Saga of a Desperate Southern Gentleman, letters from 1955 to 1967. This is volume 1, The Fear and Loathing Letters, volume 1. So that's what I read today. I was mentioning that I showed in that video the 1952 holiday magazine that I saved from the dumpster a couple of years ago. our local library had a magazine sale, and they cleared out all these old magazines. Well, there's one set of magazines that I didn't mention that I did save from the dumpster. And I have, I don't know how many of them, maybe at least over 100, but I have some in bound volumes. This is the American Heritage magazine. I remember as a kid, I used to go to the library and look at these, and even my wife Carroll said she would, when she was a girl, she'd go and look at this magazine for a research paper, for research. It has all these, like, it's all history. Like it has, for example, like it has here Central Park, history of Central Park in New York City. It has how it's all about New Central Park. And then it has, all these, and it has like stuff on the, like that. There's a Theodore Roosevelt. It has, these paintings. It's all about medicine, history of medicine in America. It has all kinds of stuff in it. See, it's all about history. It says here, American Heritage, sponsored by the American Association for State and Local History, Society of American Historians. Look, there's even an article in here by Wallace Steiger, By Chaos Out of Dream, Exploration into the Exploration of America. There's all kinds of articles by leading people in here that if you go through it, there's one by Gary Wills. I'm just mentioned, I've been collecting his books. And if you go through this, it's just all these neat articles about American history. And I just couldn't see throwing it away. Like here's one, The Bulwark Against Mighty Woes, the 100th anniversary of the American Red Cross. All about the history of the American Red Cross. And it just goes on and on. So I saved these. I got, I don't know, stacks and stacks of them down in our library. I just couldn't see them throwing into a dumpster. So this is from 1981, February to December 1981. And I think I have, at least in the 70s up until the 90s, I just couldn't throw them away because I love American history. But this video is primarily, I want to show the books I got yesterday at a thrift store near where we live. And the first book I got is The Mystery. I'm not going to go into detail about these books because I don't want to keep this video long. The Mystery of Capitalism, Why Capitalism Triumphs in the West and Fails Everywhere Else. This is by Hernando de Soto. And then I got this Candace by Voltaire. I have a little beat up old paperback of Candace by Voltaire, the French philosopher. But I like this hardback edition. I don't know, it was only like, 90 cents. And then I found a biography on the Borgias, the Italian Renaissance family who rose to great wealth and power in Renaissance Italy, by Avon Claudius. This is translated by Gilda Roberts. I got that. And then I found this book, The Year Without Summer, 1816, The Volcano That Darkened the World and Changed History, by William K. Klingemann and Nicholas P. Kingelman. It's about that, if you know about 19th century history, about that volcano that erupted and covered the earth with this ash and caused great climate change. I found a copy of Grimm's Fairy Tales. This is a Barnes & Noble classic paperback. I found The Year of Reading Dangerously, How 50 Great Books and 2 Not So Great Ones Saved My Life, by Andy Miller. I like to find books about books and people who read books and talk about books, and I found this. I found a nice copy. I think we have a paperback copy of this, but my wife read it last year. The Bookseller of Kabah by Asset and Censorstead. This is translated by Ingrid Christopherson. It's like a memoir. Then I found a biography on a writer, Joseph Conrad, by Jeffrey Myers. I found out I already have this, but I like Jeffrey Myers' commentary. I mean, not commentaries, but his biographies. He's written them on Catherine Mansfield, Wyndham Lewis, Ernest Hemingway, Robert Lowell and his circle, and D.H. Lawrence, and etc. So I found that. And I found this book, The Divided Ground, Indians, Settlers in the Northern Borderland of the American Revolution, by Alan Taylor. I have his book, William Cooper's Town, that he won the Pulitzer for, in our library. Then I found this novel that I have in paperback, but I found a hardback edition, The Ancient Light, by the British writer John Bainfield. I collect his writings. I had this in paperback, but now I have a nice hardback. And I found this book. I have this book in hardback down in the library, but I found a paperback. It's more easy to carry around. A Scream Goes Through the House, What Literature Teaches Us About Life, by Arnold Weinstein. And then I found from my Alice in Wonderland collection, I collect editions of Alice in Wonderland by Carroll Lewis. I don't have this edition. I like the illustration. This is the children's edition. I have other editions, but I don't have this one of Alice in Wonderland. I like this. It's only 90 cents. Then I found this book, The Spanish Ulcer, the history of the Peninsular War by David Gates. That took right after the Napoleonic Wars there in Europe. And then I found this book, Voyagers to the West, a passage on the peopling of America on the eve of the Revolution, the Revolution, probably the American Revolution, by Bernard Bailyn. And then I found this volume 2 by Simon Schama, The History of Britain, volume 2, The Wars of the British, 1603 and 1776. I don't have volume 2 or volume 3. They go for about $9 on Amazon, hardback, but there's only 90 cents. And I have several books by him down in the lower level. I have his book. I have other books by him. I think he wrote a book on the riches of the Dutch or something. I don't know. But one thing about it, I think sticks. So that's the books books I found yesterday at a thrift store near where I live. This is what I'm reading Hunter S. Thompson, reading about the Heidelberg Catechism, and reading about American history, and just going through my existence. And tomorrow, like I said, is a Saturday. I'm not cracking up yet. I sure miss my wife. I wouldn't like to be a widower. I don't know if I could live just being by myself all the time. I probably would go nuts. Maybe I would take up some kind of activity like gymnastics or fencing or skydiving or something. I don't know. Anyway, I did make a video this morning, the book wrap number 2, but I will this might be I might download this, and this will come after the book wrap number 2. So I hope you're having a good Friday, that you'll have a good weekend. Until next time, maybe I'll find some books at the book nook tomorrow. The weather is supposed to be bad tomorrow and next week, so I don't know. Supposed to get books in the mail. So until next time, bye.